Well, good morning, everybody, and here we go again. We've had an eventful weekend with Joe, Raging Scorpion. He put out a hate video on me, and I gotta say, I was a little shocked by that move. Last Friday, I had, in good faith, donated $10 to a new channel, ZEP News, which we'll take a look at in a second. I donated $10 in good faith because he was having a hard time with people giving him a hard time, and my bad. I should have did a little bit of research at that point before I went and made a video about him, because I have to watch what I say, because I don't want to come across like I'm making fun of mentally handicapped. And as funny as a joke as that kind of is, let me show you what I mean. Now, after he put out this hate video on me, calling me out as a fraud or a scammer and all this shit, whatever, Navin Johnson, which is which is a familiar name around many channels in this community. I'll just read his comment here, and he pretty much summed up my answer, and I'll move on from that. Navin Johnson, and this is in regards to ZEP News assessment video on A Balance, which is me. Dude, you stepped in it big time on this one, because you run off half-cocked without knowing what you were talking about. So do a lot of people. A Balance is a scam baiter, someone who goes after scammers in a major way. I know this because I do the same thing and have done several scam busting sessions with him for months now. That is true. If you care to learn, this is what happens. When a scam baiter busts a scammer's balls hard, the scammer will post the scam baiter's number on crowdsourcing websites like the one you found, in a feeble attempt of misdirection. You fell right into that trap, as you also did the same thing scammers do by posting erroneous information. You think you have everything figured out, which is dangerous and make you look like an idiot. You, a victim of observational bias. You wanted so badly for it to be true that A Balance was a scammer that you didn't even care to research it. For fuck's sakes, look at his channel and you can see that he has been out to fuck with scammers, and sometimes all scammers can do it, and all scammers can do is try to put it back on us. Nice fail, jackass. So he immediately censored that comment, so that pretty much sums everything up right there. And yeah, so he need a little bit, new. That was a very emotional statement, and shout out to Navin Johnson for that. He was so emotional, he missed a few commas here and there, but I'm trying to read it off from halfway across the room to us, so I could have prepped a little better for that. So as I said, I donated $10 in good faith to him, to hopefully make his day a little brighter. I think it did, but it took less than 24 hours for him, to turn on me, ban me, denounce me, and put out that video. I'm the only donator to his channel, at that point I was. So then I got looking. Afterwards, I got looking on the internet, and I came up with this Yelp description on it, and I'll just take two pictures from that. And as you can see, this is Joe's car, and I wish I had seen this before I gave him that $10. On the right, it says High Priest right there in hardware store letters on his glass, which is probably a crime. It blocks his view. Anyway, Anunnaki Sumerian, Lord Marduk, and Enki, which is a Sumerian god. Now, I invite anybody, just to Google Sumerian, and who would be a Gilgamesh, the story of Gilgamesh. It's in the Bible, I believe, and there's separate stories, but he was a Sumerian, and the Sumerians were an early civilization on Earth. Very little known about them, but of course that just leaves pseudoscience. That's a gold mine of bullshit right there. I mean, it's pretty much open to interpretation. Anyway, so that's his car, and on his hood he's got the Star of David with the Jesus fish with a eye in the middle of it. On the right, it looks like the Egyptian hieroglyphic for Ra, the sun god, or Ramses the second. Either that symbol or something like it. Anyway, it looks like he's got a couple pentagrams down here by the headlights, and some weird hieroglyph with an alien's head. I don't know. Maybe it fucked up. Maybe the paint fucked up. I don't know. And of course, there's a skull in there, and a, temporary registration. It looks like, and oh boy. So this is left Joe open for trolling, of course, on the internet. Now I kind of get a broader sense of why. Well, he has this Yelp account. Let's go down over here, and I took a bruise through it. I'll just let you look at it. So this is Wolf Space Mobile Ministry. Need I say more? I'll just play that, and it gives a right there. Man, I wish I could read that. You guys probably can at home, but it talks about Joe and his activities. Somebody, I won't laugh at it too hard. I'll just excuse me. I'll just let that play. It's 45 seconds here. As easy as it is to go after Joe, there's some underlying emotional and psychological issues going on. Depression, probably. Social anxiety. Bad decisions. So that's, I recognize that a little bit when I sent that donation. That's why I sent that, goodwill token of goodwill to him in his channel on YouTube. I just wanted to offer him some advice, but he turns that around and puts some spin on it, and, of course, defames my name and calls me a fraud. And, of course, it doesn't worry me too much. It just goes to show you the type of person that he is and the mental state which he's under. He brainwashes himself. A little bit closer digging, just for an example, he has online. He's got a website for this mobile New Age ministry, which is essentially a cult. He's a cult, a well-intentioned cult, but so is Jamestown. So like this guy needs to do a bit more reading. Well, I'll show you an example. But he has some online poetry that has been put over to text to speech on his website, which we went through. Some of it was rather, silly, of course, but there was a couple nice things, little limericks that were nice. But it was really creepy. It was creepy to listen to. It sounded like, something that they would play over the loudspeakers at the Gulag, in Siberia. It's just eerie. And of course, I don't troll him. I just like to play little jokes on him to get make his show more interesting, and that's really my intention. So I put a call into him, thinking that he would kind of catch on to it. I'll just play that.
Who is this?
Who's this?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who is this?
Who is this? Is this Janie's call?
Do what?
Would you like to suck my dick, motherfucking you an asshole, motherfucker?
You do know that my live stream is being monitored by the police department, and you are hereby on air.
Would you like to suck
and
my
your
dick?
Your number is 416-636-2054.
Can I speak with that lady?
For the detectives watching my channel, this person here is harassing me on phone and should be looked into. With that being said, stop calling me.
The phone, lady.
Oh man, what is that, man? Crazy. Well, I can honestly say this, this is how I'm gonna do this. I can't. Uh, let's see. I just don't know what this issue is. Nobody's actually. I mean, not with you guys. I'm talking about the other two who are um, on both sides. I gotta let you know, Tommy Larson. I like you a lot. When it comes down to it, you are to me an okay dude, and so is Rat Rod. I mean, you guys did help me get a battery, and I do appreciate that. But the rules are in place. I don't want anything to be mentioned about these trolls starting tomorrow. That's going to be the number one rule. I don't care what Chip Folan is doing. I don't care what anybody else is doing. The only thing I know is I'm going to be using the Streamlabs for now on. This way, if they ever try to get in here, they will get blocked. Yeah, me and Trump Tard kind of.
So that's how that phone call went, and of course I don't harass Joe. It was just a little funny prank to get some laughs on the channel. But he is so wound up in his ball of delusion and confusion that he's unwilling to take advice from anybody. I mean, Joe, you got to loosen up a little bit and give me my $10 back, bastard, and I want a formal apology for that shitty Canadian assessor. Like, you're discriminating against Canadians? Go fuck yourself. Man, oh man, Joe, like, you just leave yourself open, buddy. So I'm going to cut this one short because I don't want to bore everybody, but I just thought I'd bring, his car to everybody's attention as one little aspect to this whole scenario. I don't wish him off YouTube. If he's going to be on YouTube, could you please not fucking defame anybody's name and dox anybody's information and call people liars, fake news? Fake news? There ain't nothing fake about your car, man. And there's nothing fake about your mental disorder. It's fucking real, and everybody can see it. So, we're out here to see this through, Joe. We're going to fix your channel one way or the other. And I have a whole series of other fucking little clips that I'm going to play about you. But I'm just going to gauge your reaction as I go. I don't want to seem like I'm piling on. Consider this a clip in self-defense. I love you, buddy. Good day.